And we're back. What's up, guys? Today we're going to get into a few things. One, we're going to be lifting the motor up, replacing the motor mount on the driver's side, and then we're going to be completely removing the subframe. We're going to clean off the steering rack because it's super old and crusty. I'm going to clean that off, make it look really good. Redo the boots, redo the inner rods. I've got new outer rods I can throw on. Clean everything up, make sure that looks bright, clean as a whistle. And then we're gonna take the oil pan off, and I'm gonna drill a hole in the side for the bung so we can put the oil return bung on there. I think we're gonna do it on the driver's side of the oil pan, just so my pump can feed it in that way, and we should have a little more clearance being that the pan is higher on that side of the engine anyways. So yeah, let's get right into it. As you can see, we've got something on here. What this is, actually, I'll just read it for you. It's an engine support bar. This support bar holds up to 1,000 pounds. Essentially, I am going to lift the motor back up with a jack like I've done before to replace this motor mount and the actual, engine mount as well. So I'm gonna lift that up, loosen that motor mount over there, and loosen this motor mount, lift the engine up, and I'm gonna tighten this down so it holds the engine in place. This up, at your local hardware store, 80, 70 bucks. I think I got it for 75. So we can redo our oil pan gasket and get our oil bung on there. So next things next, gotta get the motor jacked up, get this one loose. Probably gonna take the manifold and the turbo off again because I need to reclock the turbo. Anyways, then we're gonna loosen up this one, get everything off there, and get the oil pan out of there and the subframe, so we can start cleaning. We're gonna need to remove all of our intake piping, our turbo intake piping, our hot side intercooler piping, our cold side intercooler piping. Then we're gonna need to remove the dipstick out of the oil pan. And then we're just gonna need to get underneath the car and jack the motor up and then support it by this bracket. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, so everything's removed that needs to be removed. Got the cover back on the turbo. Got all of our cold side piping off. Now we can get access to our dipstick bolt, which I believe is a 13. All right, guys, so gotten both motor mount bottom nuts off. That way, whenever we lift the motor here in just a minute, they'll just lift right off the subframe. And I've also got the 2 power steering lines disconnected and draining all the fluid out. So got the brake calipers off. The struts I have disconnected, and then I've got these up on jacks here with a little zip tie holding it flat up top so that I can put the wheel on and then lower down this whole subframe and roll it out of here. As you can see, I've already got this wheel on. Just got to cut that zip tie when I'm ready to go down and get that jack off there. Oh, son of a biscuit. Thought that was done draining. But anyways, yeah, so got a turd ski in there. Sorry, it's really hard to film most of this by myself and do all the work, so just kind of showing you guys the work as I do it. Both wheels on, got everything unbolted, got the jack under there, so she should be ready to just come on down. All right, guys, so there you have it. Front subframe is out. Just covered this motor mount completely shot. So now we're gonna get started on the oil change, cleaning all this gunk up out of here, getting the turbo manifold off. Here she comes. Alright, and here's the oil pan. That is your level sensor. But as you can see, our gasket was not doing a very good job because it was torn here and back here. There's no gasket on this side. And I don't see it anywhere underneath, stuck on the motor still. So, alright, so here is what's underneath the oil pan. I checked my oil pump nut. It is super tight, has not moved at all. I know that's a big issue, is the oil pump nut sometimes comes loose and they make a little cotter pin you can put on there. I'm not really gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna be pushing too much boost here at first. Tin silver 325 CI here. It is my buddy's 2002, 78K original miles, and we're gonna be doing front brake pads, rotors, and new calipers today. We just finished up the passenger side. Got a brand new powder coated red caliper on there, new hardware, and a new drilled slotted rotor. So we've got everything installed, as you can see. We bled the brakes on both sides to make sure we're all good on that. Now we're gonna go brake in the pads by doing some 60 to 0 stops. We're gonna do about 3 or 4 of them, get the pads nice and warm, broken in, and then these brakes should be ready to go. All right, so been doing some 60 rolls, breaking them in. Starting to get warm, feeling real good. Chris, how's it feel so far? Good. Yeah, new upgrade. Rotors feel good. Oh, yeah. New pads feel good. Got those carbon ceramics on. Some drilled and slots. Now we're gonna take her on the highway and make sure she feels good. Ready for your colonoscopy? All right, we're gonna load this thing up. Get it loaded in the back of the truck and go pressure wash it. Fun, fun. And just like that, we are loaded back up. Wasn't too hard, was it, boys?
Just 2 thrown out backs.
All right, time to go power wash this thing. Just a little degreaser and some pressure washing. This thing turned up almost like new. This is an OEM steering rack, and it was working fine before, but it's dirty as piss. So we cleaned it up. We're gonna put it back in, and now it's gonna look nice. That's gonna do it for today's video. I just want to let you guys know and say thank you so much for getting us to 100 subscribers. That's so awesome. But yeah, so we got the subframe all cleaned up. She's beautiful, you know, no dirt and grime and all the metal shavings and nasty stuff on it. And then I also took my oil pan today to work, got it cleaned up really nice, really beautiful. Came out super clean. So real happy about that, can't complain about that. But like I said, that'll be it for this video, guys. Sorry it was all over the place, but just wanted to film a few things. We should be doing our upgrade to all the suspension up front in the next video, as well as putting oil pan back on with our welded bung. And then we should be on the way back to final assembly and hopefully getting it close to getting it running. So that's the plans. Everybody stay tuned. Thanks so much. Make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button. Everybody have a great day, and thanks so much for watching Addicted to Cars.